I've been working total 19 years. I first started working in special ed. I worked there for just a while, and then I went on to different schools for a while.
I just always remember fondly thinking of Maria just working with kids and how she always has a smile, how she always is just happy to work with them. No matter what the subject or the circumstances are, she always is very positive, and the kids pick up on that. It's very contagious.
She's always willing to just love them for who they are, no matter what learning difficulties they might have. She's very genuine in how she treats them and very nurturing and caring.
She's just a grandmother figure to a lot of these kids. As a matter of fact, she actually has 2 granddaughters that go to school here as well. So it's really neat because Maria not only is a grandmother of 2 girls here, but her kids also went to Rocky Heights. So she's been associated with this building, gosh, probably 20 plus years.
I'm gonna miss the teachers. I'm gonna miss the kids because they're all so loving, and the hugs, and they're wanting to help. I've always wanted to help kids. I always wanted to help students, but when you help kids that really want to learn, I mean, it's really awesome. The best thing that I remember is when they learn something. It's like their eyes just light up, like, oh, I got it, I finally got it. That made me happy.
Something I will miss about Maria will be just her smile. It's very contagious. She opens the door in the morning for the kids to go in for breakfast, and she's the first face that a lot of them see. And when I come up the sidewalk in the mornings, she's always friendly, she's waving hello, and I just appreciate that about her.
Even when she's correcting behavior, the kids never feel like they're in trouble. They're just, grandma's just telling them what they need to do differently, and it's been really great because some of our more difficult kids don't have that connection necessarily, especially with that authority figure. So Maria is a great, secure person that kids can go to.
All the teachers I work with are all fantastic. Having the patience I've had with me and all the assistants they work with, because we try to catch up with what they're doing and learn as much as we can so that we can help them out, so we can help the kids, and so that in turn the kids can be successful in their future.
I got my purse for my retirement, only a short time left. Well, it's been a great career and I'm grateful for the years, but I'm ready to go out and play. West Park is great and there is no debate. I've taught there 21 years. There's been ups and there's been downs, there's been laughter, there's been frowns, and I sure will miss it when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, I'm gonna miss you when I'm gone. I'm gonna miss your smiling faces, I'm gonna miss your warm embraces, oh, I sure will miss you when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, I'm gonna miss you when I'm gone. Well, it's time to say goodbye, and I hope that I don't cry, 'cause I sure will miss you when I'm gone.
You always knew when Ruth stepped in the building. At the old West Park, we were separated, and I was inside the building and she was outside. Boy, when she stepped in those doors, it was wonderful. She was happy and sunny, and everyone loved her. And I knew that when my children got to be fourth graders, I wanted them to have her because she's loving and caring, but tough. She has high expectations, and children learn in her room.
I first met Ruth 10 years ago. West Park has been my first and only teaching job, and she was my mentor teacher.
She has been a mentor. She has been my children's teacher, and my friend for over 20 years.
I will miss a lot. She has been a great friend. 2 summers in a row we went to Eastern Oregon and stayed in the dorm rooms and took science classes together, and we thought it was great because they paid us to attend, and then we'd go out and have nice dinners and whatnot while we were learning curriculum to teach our kids. If there was anything going on, I always felt like I could get good advice from her, and when we were having a bad day, you know, she could relate.
I think about all the laughter that we've shared. She's funny and articulate, and she's a wordsmith, and we all would go to her and say, "Fix this." It needs your gift of words. We laugh and we cry together, and I will miss all those times.
This is Ode to Ruth. Ruth plans to retire. She'll build her new home. Her grandkids are happy. They won't be alone. We'll miss her so badly. Her place can't be filled. Fourth grade will never have someone so skilled. Ruth does have one quirk, I'm unhappy to say. She barges in on observations to my horrified dismay. We love her so dearly. We wish her the best. For the time spent with Ruth, I feel truly blessed.
I had taught for 31 years in Washington State, and thought I was way too young to just quit teaching, but was ready for a new challenge. The 12 years I have been here have really been spectacular. When I came, I thought I would probably stay 5 years. As you can see, it's been a lot longer than that.
Well, I've known Tim since 2002. He was my housemate, taught in the house, the Rock House, for, well, we're counting 12 years. And he's my next door neighbor at Hermiston High School.
Some of my fondest memories have to do with the great people I've had to work with. People like Kathy Duffy and Dave Rohrman and Maureen Crosley and Jocelyn Jones. That was our house. And the kids. I mean, that's why we do this, what we do. And I've had some really, really great students. There was a group of 3 boys that I had early on while I was here who, after they graduated and had their senior all-night party, came and visited at my house afterwards and spent 2 or 3 hours there and just talking about school, and that was a really fun experience.
I think Tim really makes a good connection with the kids. You would think as we get older, we're not going to be able to relate to the kids as much as we do. And I don't think I've ever seen where Tim doesn't get where the kids are coming from. Tim goes through and he remembers those kids and he gets the stories straight. Because I don't know if I can do 40 years and still have that same compassion, that same connection.
When I started 43 years ago, my subject matter was the most important thing to me. Over the years, I've discovered it's the students who are the most important, you know, and if I can bring that literature to them to help them appreciate it or understand it or see how it could impact their lives, that's the most important thing.
He understands what the kids are going through at home. He's very cognizant of that. He's very compassionate, kind of gentle grandfatherly figure, I think, and the kids feel very comfortable with him, and you're just gonna, you're just gonna feel very comfortable with him, and he's gonna listen to you and pay attention to you and remember you. I think that's pretty unique and pretty special about Tim Cawley.
I will miss the people, the staff I've worked with, as well as the teachers that I have worked with and administrators. I will miss the kids. It's been a pleasure every day to be here.
I've been at the high school for 9 years, so taught a variety of things. Started off in the house classes and then moved to full-time economics. And I still really enjoy what I'm doing, but it's time to take that next step. I feel like when it's time to go, you need to go out when you love what you're doing, but I will miss the people that I've been around here.
Pam joined the social studies staff here at the high school, and it was a fantastic addition. She came in and just was very supportive and nurturing in a way to make, I think, some of our young teachers that were coming in feel more and more confident.
Pam's strength is definitely, being able to perceive each of the individual students' kind of emotional, psychological needs. And she's very proactive about, seeking ways within her own classroom to strengthen not only their academic well-being, but their emotional and psychological well-being, while they were here at school.
She understands, she tries to make a personal connection with those kids, to know where they're coming from and what makes them tick, I guess, so that she can be as effective as possible at helping them be successful.
I have been so fortunate. The guys that I work with in social studies, Ethan and Aaron and David has just been great. I could not ask for a better, more supportive group of people to work around. The administration, always, whatever we need, whatever we ask, I feel have been very, very supportive.
I think one of her strengths is her flexibility. She's taken on a lot these last couple years with ideas that that are kind of changing education, and at the same time, like I said, encourage and nurture us to believe that what we're doing is for the right reasons as well. And so that's really important, and obviously what makes her such a great team player and someone I'm going to dearly miss. Enjoying what you're doing, enjoy the process is something I think we've learned from Pam, that it's so easy just to put your nose to the grindstone and just work hard at this and find yourself a little bit burnt out, and I think she's a testament to that. I mean, here she is completing a long, storied educational career, and she still has energy and fun and makes it exciting for kids.
Oh, every single day coming in and seeing people that are just always, always good to you, and people that are always positive and kind of bring a smile to your face, and the kids walking in the door, and you're going to miss that. Every single day there's a student out there that makes you glad you do what you do. I mean, that's every single day if you just watch for it.
Tim has been here on staff since the school was built, 1981. I tease him that he's the most dedicated teacher there is, but it's also an actual reminder that Highland Hills is a great school, and he has been here with us and helped to lead us all those years. He'll come to work before school starts, and he'll stay after school till late. He works weekends. He would, whatever's needed to get the day-to-day job done at our school, Tim would have been the one to ask to do that, and he's done it for years.
I will definitely miss the kids and working with them and helping, watching them grow. that, and also just the community, the school community that I've been involved with for so long.
He gives a peace to all of us when the rest of us are rushing around. Seems like we're always got so much, and everyone always has so much to do. But Tim does it with a little more peace, a little more quiet, a little more bringing us together in a calm manner, and then we get the job done.
As a specialist, I've seen some kids that I've worked with pretty much through all their elementary career here, and help them be more successful, help them build their confidence, and build programs for them so they feel like they're progressing in their skills.
Just really from day one, he's been the one that's always been kind of the rock, that is somebody that I could always depend on, talk to, brainstorm with about children.
It takes all of us and to work together to find what works best for some of these kids that have a harder time learning, and they just putting all our heads together and working to solve that puzzle and make things more successful for them.
He would have to sometimes give some really hard news to parents, but he did it with such grace. It makes me want to cry, because those children that felt like they were never going to make it in school, and the parents that didn't know if they were going to make it to graduation, Tim started opening the doors for them and said, "You will." He's the one that didn't give up on them. He's the one that told the teacher, we can make a plan. We're going to find a way to do it. And Tim, I really, really appreciate that I was part of the team with you to find those kids, to work with those kids. The school district of Hermiston has had the luck of the draw when we had him all these years.
I'm very fortunate to have worked with Mike Royer. He made my job much easier, and the transition into the school district and working with students, and taught me how to look for opportunities for students. So he was really awesome to work with.
I think everyone would agree about his calmness and his sense of stability.
He exemplified his values, just always really solid, not flighty, solid as a rock.
He exudes calmness. I've never seen him rattled. And so when I think about, oh, I don't have time to do this, and I have to do this and this and this, you know, I try to channel my inner Mike and think, okay, I don't have to rush. It's okay. We're gonna have time.
If Mike was gone on a particular day, or he was talking with a teacher and a student would come in that he was actually working with, I would get requests to do like help students find jobs, or to help students. This girl once wanted me to do her taxes for her. She was like, oh yeah, Mr. Royer helps me with my taxes. Whatever students needed Mike to do, he was more than willing to help with whatever the students brought to him, even taxes.
Students love Mike. They loved him. He was a very, very popular counselor, and students just really felt comfortable with him.
Students love Mr. Royer. So his office was always full of students, and he's missed by the students. And when I've talked to students that have graduated, and oh, what's Mr. Royer doing? I love Mr. Royer. And just always nice and fond, and just always very positive.
And I just always appreciated the fact that he just had time to answer questions, and never seemed like he was in a rush or had other things that he needed to do, which I know he did.
He is the most patient person I have ever known.
School counselors have lots and lots of other work to do besides in their office working with students.
he just always had time for them. He always, had time to listen to them about their concerns. And
he was always willing to help and talk about students and help get the work done that we need to do for kids.
I miss that collaboration of helping students together to fill out their FAFSA or problem solve on that unique situation.
He's a counselor in a neighboring school district, and so I'm glad that we still get to work with him. I think that it's a perfect opportunity to still work together and collect resources together, and I'm glad that he's still close by.